Okay, so I'm sure as my short would have you believe, um, okay, yesterday I was not remotely expecting to have an awesome night, as awesome of a night as I had. I mean, literally the month of May started with me seeing thunderbolts. And yeah, yesterday was Friday, and great things usually happen on Fridays. I really wasn't expecting much. I mean, my family is coming back from Disneyland today, although it's like 5 o'clock in the morning where they are right now, so they're asleep at the moment. Like, I've been on my own this whole week, and it's been a pretty solid week. I can't believe it. But man, okay, so I should probably get to my low. Honestly, my low was, I have a leather jacket. I like wearing this leather jacket. Problem is, if you ever have a leather jacket, you gotta worry about it raining. And, I was constantly worried about it raining, all day. I mean, it did rain, and I didn't get the jacket wet or anything, thank goodness. But I really was worried about that, all day, which, yeah, that happened. My high is, after I got dinner, I got myself dinner at Nick's, hung out at Harry's. I was still hungry, got myself some wings, and I ran into some people I hadn't seen in years. Oh, sort of. I'll get to that in a second. And my act of kindness was, it's funny. My act of kindness actually plays into how awesome last night was, because I stayed at Harry's until closing, hanging out with some people I haven't seen in a while. I'll get to that in a minute. And this one of the wait staff there, who was super nice to me, by the way. She's nice to me. I'm gonna help her because she puts the chairs on the tables. I helped her out with that because she was nice to me. That was my act of kindness. But anyway, so I hang out at Harry's with particularly one person I haven't seen in literally over 2 years, which is crazy. And we caught up. We had a bunch of laughs, and some other people came in. That I had known for years, and honestly, it was sort of like a mini Horseheads reunion. That's what it was. I mean, look at it. This is my Horseheads hoodie, man. You kidding me? Yeah, Horseheads hoodie represent. What's funny is, I have a Trinity Poly Wrestling shirt underneath this. I'm representing both my alma maters today. Although there's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt underneath, but I don't want to get into it just yet because it's been a surprise. So I hang out at Harry's till closing, even helped close up, and honestly, it was a nice time. I gotta say, the wings at Harry's, they're growing on me. I mean, they're already in my top 5, no question. But honestly, this is the best set of the wings that I've had so far. Granted, I've only had them 3 times, including last night. But still, these are good wings, man. Ridiculously good wings. Again, right now I've got Harry's, Pick's, Nick's. I have a tie between the Valley Inn and Lakeside for number 2, and my number 1 is Elbow Room. But I mean, listen, they're top 5, easy top 5. Not gonna, you want to say Harry's is the best? I'm not gonna argue with you. That's your thing. I got them in my top 5. Top 5 is pretty good. I mean, let's be real here. Being top 5, anything that's being referred to as good, it's a good thing. So don't worry about that. Um, even though I was feeling tired, like, you know what? I still want to go out and see people. So I head on over to Patrick's. And actually, Patrick should be over in that direction. At least in terms of where I'm sitting right now. And Blue Eyed Soul was playing. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Blue Eyed Soul is one of the bands or music groups that I have on my bucket list to go see. And I have. But as of last night, I've seen them 4 times. 4 times. I have see, I explained this when I did that video on my, on what constitutes like one of the best days of 2025 and what's on my bucket list for 2025. And if there's something that I can do multiple times, like see Blue Eyed Soul, for instance, I'll simply add another check mark to it. Right now, I have 4 check marks, meaning I have seen Blue Eyed Soul 4 times this year. You know what? Like, even though technically it's only May 3rd, I mean, no. I can't. Actually, Blue Eyed Soul's going to be playing. That means after tonight, I will have seen Blue Eyed Soul 5 times. 5 times. And it's only May. That means I literally will be seeing Blue Eyed Soul once a month. How crazy is that? I mean, granted, I didn't see them at all in April, but I know I saw them on January 31st. I know I saw them on February 1st. And I know I saw them on March 1st. So, yeah, that's 3 times already. I saw them last night, even though it's May. I'm going to be seeing them again tonight because they're playing over at Illegal Tap House. Yeah. Blue Eyed Soul's such a fun band. They're infectious, they're fun. Get you up dancing and moving. And not to mention, it's just fun watching a local group, It is. I mean, it's such a shame you never really get to do stuff like this that often, but that's what the weekends are for. And I've only been talking for, wow, I thought I was talking for longer. So, I mean, it's not I wouldn't say last night was perfect. I mean, here's the thing. Thankfully the weather is getting so hot right now that people are actively leaving their doors open, pry open when it gets hot. If that makes sense. Which is great. I mean, I love that, it's come to that point because, we're definitely in spring, summer's on the horizon, that's great. Love that. However, when I was at Harry's, the doors were propped open the entire time I was there, which again is awesome that it's come to that. But at nighttime when the sun goes down, so does the temperature. Here's the thing, because I was worried about getting my leather jacket wet, I had to leave it in my car, so I wasn't wearing my jacket. And it got kind of cold. I mean, not unbearably cold. I mean, it's nice enough where we can actually have our doors open, which is awesome. Or, establishments have their doors open. My door is locked right now, because, gotta stay safe and such. But the fact that, it's warm out. It's awesome. Summer is literally going to be here before we know it. I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to tell right now because it's raining quite a bit. Actually, it's supposed to rain all day, but you know what? I'm not worried. I mean, yes, there is something I want to do today, and yes, for all intents and purposes, it's kind of dangerous. And yes, Um, it may be one of the most reckless things I do this year. But you know what? I'm excited. I mean, for those of you who don't know, some of you probably know this, but for those of you who don't, back in 2019, I did the very last polar bear plunge they had at the Swits before the pandemic started. And obviously because of the pandemic, they had to, not have it for a couple of years. And the way it works is every other Saturday, I work at my family shop. They brought back the polar bear plunge in 2022, and every year since they brought it back, it's always been on a weekend where I was working, so I could never go do it. In fact, they just had the polar bear plunge at the Swits last weekend. Oh yeah, the Swits up at Cuckoo Lake is open, which further indicates that summer really is approaching, which is awesome. But I really have been wanting to do the polar bear plunge again for years. And thankfully, while I won't be able to do the one at the Swits because they already had it, there's another one going up on Seneca Lake today at the Tiki Bar. Full stop. I mean, I've been to Seneca Lake a few times, to be sure. I've been to the harbor a few times, been to Grist Iron Brewing Company, wonderful place. I have never in my entire life jumped into the waters of Cuckoo Lake. I mean, to be honest, I was supposed to jump in last August because there was a party that I should have been invited to, but wasn't. But that's fine. You know what? Maybe this was meant to be. Because, for the first time in my life, I'm going to jump into Seneca Lake. Yes, I'm going to jump into Seneca Lake. Full stop. Hold on. I'm wearing my swim trunks underneath this because I plan on going up there after I upload this video. I mean, listen, I've done a polar bear plunge before, obviously. I just did a polar bear plunge earlier. The water there, when I did in 2019, was 39 degrees. Now, you're probably going, well, Nick, that's crazy. Here's the thing. Quite literally over the last 2 weeks, I've done nothing but take cold showers. Like, every shower I've taken has been cold. Now, here's the thing. I'm very well aware that the water I use for a cold shower probably won't be as cold as the water in Seneca Lake. Because if you don't know, Seneca Lake is not only the biggest of the Finger Lakes in both length and width, it's not only the deepest lake, it's also known to be the coldest. Here's the thing though. I take cold showers that are clearly longer than, 30 seconds. I mean, full stop, what I do is I turn the water on to hot, and when I get in the shower, I get soaked a little bit, and then I slowly turn down the temperature of the water until, it gets cold. And that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Now, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. And as soon as the water gets cold, that's when I use the soap, conditioner, shampoo, all that stuff. That's when I actually start, cleaning myself. I'm clearly in the shower a lot longer than I will be when I jump into Seneca Lake. Like, if I'm in that lake for longer than 30 seconds, that would amaze me. I mean, I don't know how it would, because when I did the one at the Swits, I jumped in and the ladder was right there. I'm pretty sure Seneca Lake is going to have something like that too. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's my plan for today. I also plan on trying to get to Moonlight Oddities Market to see a friend of mine to deliver a certain gift for a certain holiday that's going to be next weekend. Gonna go to church, get myself some dinner at some point, and then I'm gonna go see Blue Eyed Soul play at Illegal Tap House. Maybe I'll get dinner at Illegal Tap House. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, full stop, I'm really not going to be eating much all day until I jump in the lake, because, you're not supposed to eat before you jump in. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But I guess, you know what, I'll have to play it by ear. But for the most part, I am genuinely excited. I can't wait to... You know what? That's funny. I'm going to be going to Cheese Fest tomorrow. I just mentioned Gridiron Brewing Company. I'm going to go to Cheese Fest tomorrow. I'm excited for that too. So, yeah, man. This is awesome. Like, I actually have a plan of attack for today. I mean, watch. I'm going to probably, do I have a strategy? Well, I have one strategy going into jumping into Seneca Lake today, and that's this. And it's actually what I do whenever I do my Cuca Lake videos. Just turn your brain off, man. Turn your brain off and go. That's really the only advice I got. And hopefully that will serve you well today. I hope you like this video. If you like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video. For all you guys watching the video, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And remember, did I say happy Saturday? Happy Saturday, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we're here to let me know what's about. Take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, baby.